ND filters are an important tool when it comes to filming videos and shooting photos. And in this video, I'm going to review the Freewell variable ND filters for the DJI Mavic 3. What's up everyone, it's Farhan. Welcome to another video. Freewell is a well-known brand when it comes to ND filters and other camera and gear accessories. They sent me two sets of variable ND filters for the DJI Mavic 3 and one ND1000 filter. Variable ND filters are similar to polarized filters because you have to twist it to get the right amount of stop. What I mean by stops is it has 2 to 5 stops on one ND filter and 6 to 9 on the other ND filter. Now the higher the stops, meaning the more darker the ND filter becomes. 2 stops is ND4, 3 stops is ND8, 4 stops is ND16, and 5 stops is ND32. So I'm trying to film this in D-Log and I'm trying to get the right shutter speed. So I'm filming in 30 frames per second and my shutter speed should be 1/68 of a second. But I'm not using any ND filters, and I think I find the best aperture when filming videos to be anywhere from 4 to 5. So that's the aperture I like to film in, but it's not possible because there's too much light coming in, and there's no ND filters, so it just doesn't have enough motion blur. However, in this video I used ND filters to get the right shutter speed that I want, to get the motion blur, and to get more cinematic, natural, more smooth looking footage compared to the one without ND filters. Now if you look at the side-by-side comparison, the one on the right is so much better. The one with the ND filters looks even better, more amount of contrast in it. And the same thing here again as well. You get to see motion blur. The footage doesn't look too jittery as compared to the one without the ND filter, and yeah, it looks pretty awesome. They've both been color corrected only, not color graded, just color corrected. Now I wanted to try some footage with normal color profile instead of using D-Log, so I just put it into 4K and used the point of interest mode to circle around this cathedral, and I wasn't able to get the right shutter speed, but after using ND filters I was able to get the right shutter speed which I wanted, which is 1/60th of a second for 30 frames per second, and this footage looks so much better. Now putting them side to side as well, you can see that the skies look even better. There's more details, and it just looks so much better, so much more smoother. The one without the ND filters looks a little rough. Now I wanted to get some footage, some hyperlapse footage. So the ideal shutter speed for hyperlapses is 1/4th of a second, but you'd have to use really dark ND filters in daylight conditions to get the shutter speed down so low. Now the footage doesn't look as great, and as you can see there's no motion blur in this hyperlapse, so it doesn't look natural. But after using ND filters I was able to get the right shutter speed of 1/4th of a second, and the hyperlapse looked even more vibrant. It looked better, and more importantly there was motion blur in it, and that's exactly what I want when filming hyperlapses, to get more natural looking footage. Here's a video of them side by side. Okay, so straight out of the box you get the ND filters. You have this envelope inside, and it's got some Freewell stickers, and it's got this card for video tutorials, so it's got a QR code there, very convenient. And there's also a filter guide here to explain everything about their ND filters. So that's pretty nice. That's pretty good. So that's what the box looks like. But yeah, anyway, this is a nice case for the ND filters, just plastic. So these are the ND filters. This one is ND 2 to 5. Wait, what I mean is this is stops 2 to 5. So you just twist it around to get the right one you want. And that's about it. They're pretty nice. The quality is pretty good. So the ND1000, pretty much the same thing. You get this envelope, box, and the ND filter. So that's the ND1000. So yeah, it's pretty dark. I mean, you can see the reflection here, but yeah, it's pretty dark. I haven't included this in my video, but I'm gonna do a separate video on this one when I take some nice long exposures when the weather is a little better. This will be pretty good. So I'm definitely making a different video on this one. So you just twist this ND filter. This is the one that came with the drone. It's just the normal one. So just like a protection for the camera. So I'm gonna put it on like this. So you just put them in the clasps here and just twist it, and there you go. That's it. So easy. So whenever you think it's too light or dark, you just shift this to get the desired outcome. So yeah, that's how easy it is. I'm going to remove it, just switch, remove. Done. What I really like about these variable ND filters is the convenience. If you think that it's too dark or it's too light, you can just land the drone and not having to turn it off, and you can just shift the dial to get the desired stop that you want, instead of having to put on the right ND filter and then take off again after turning off the drone. The glass quality is pretty good, and I really like the footage that comes out of this. It's also convenient for those who like to travel light. The variable ND filter is just 2 pieces, and it doesn't take much space in your bag. If you're interested in these ND filters, do check out the links in the description below. If you found any value in this video, do give it a thumbs up and subscribe, as it really helps out this video and this channel. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.